Hey there, friends. Hope you're doing well. Today, I think I want to venture outside of the cave. Okay, we did that last time with the bridge, but actually go to like a whole new location. And by that location, I mean the village that I had found many moons ago. Where do I have my bed? I put it out here. Now, I kind of want to explore with some villagers. I never really explored with the old villagers, so I think it would be interesting to see exactly how different they are now. And what I'm thinking is two things. One, I want to have a natural village where it's just protected, basically. So it's all lit up. It's got some walls. It's got all this stuff. For my kind of first mess around with some villagers. And then next up, we would do trying to get two back to the base. And then figuring out where to put them. Because I do want to have... I want to have them in the base. And I do want to mess around with an iron farm in the future. However, I've never messed around with an iron farm pre the villager update. I know of iron farms like the Iron Titan and such, but yeah, never done it myself. I do want to mess around with that in the future, but obviously we need villagers to actually do that. And so I figure experimenting away from the base and kind of figuring out what works, probably not a bad idea. But I did want to show you what I've done here with the path to the desert. So I've gotten to about here and around the corner. But there's quite a bit that I want to do with this. In the tunnel, I don't just want to have it be the tunnel. You know, I'm going to carry over the design that we have for the rest of it. But on the sides, I think I want to do something different. Whether it's completely carving out this side of the hill, and then having view, and then having a view out towards the side here, or some sort of, I don't know, mural-esque, or just some cool design on the walls. Not really sure, but I think that it'll be interesting to play around with in the future. But since we've messed around with this quite a bit in previous episodes, I wanted to just stray away for a bit. We might visit it at the very end and just poke around with a few things, but the main focus I want to have is on the village. And here, I was thinking of doing, instead of going through this, we would go up and over. It might be a bit kind of absurd to be going up and over like that. However, it can be kind of cool. Little shoop. And we'll have to get rid of that little water source. I mean, we could move it up and kind of make a waterfall on this side, maybe, for more room. I think that might be kind of cool. But just kind of showing you what I've been up to in between recordings. And I've done quite a bit in the nether. I've done it on peaceful to save my sanity, and the tears that I would cry from falling in the lava too much. But also, I'm just trying to work out how to build what I have in my head. Because I'm going for an ambitious design, at least on my part. I've never done this shape before. And I don't really know how to connect everything. So we're going to hop in the nether and head to the village, but I'll show you the design that I have at the moment. Now we are going to switch over to peaceful for going into the nether because I don't want to have gas blowing up my stuff at the moment. Okay. Now here's my idea. First off, I've been putting down all of these in each direction. I haven't gone all the way to the end yet, but I've gone this way a good, well, not too far. This way. Nope, not that way. This way. Yeah, so I went this way all the way down to the village and the desert temple? Or no, just the village. But we'll be heading that way in a minute. This is my idea. You have this whole deal going on. I don't exactly know how to connect it well. And the only thing I can think of was glass. Because otherwise it would just be a big stone brick thing. I don't even know what the heck this shape is. A tent, I guess? Now, originally I thought it would be fairly simple to just match this, go up, in, and it looks okay, but at the same time I feel like there's like I'm missing something, some nice way to make it go. And I'm not sure about the glass. I just put it there as a trial. Originally I wanted to have mushroom blocks, but mushroom blocks are very different right now. They don't have the same, so they're not like this pattern all around. They're the, like, exposed sponge look, I guess, is the best way to describe it. I'll just show you. It makes it easier. So they're these. And those can be okay at times, but I wanted the full brownness around it, or tanness, I'm not exactly sure the exact shade, but yeah. So I want to use sponges in the future, but right now the pattern is just not good. I personally don't like it. And there's not a whole lot of non-flammable blocks. So the only other option that I can think of to kind of keep it, I guess, nicer would be to either A, go with full bore, you know, similar designs with the wood and whatnot in the nether. However, we would have the basically stone protecting all of it. So it would be in a stone shell, which is a possibility, but I was kind of thinking just using glass, because it'd be kind of cool to see all the way out, but at the same time, I'm not too sure. So this I'm gonna have to think on. If you have any ideas, let me know. For future updates, I have ideas, but currently for non-flammable blocks that I could have exposed and all that, there's not a whole lot of options right now. So the other option is literally just to encase this entire thing in the stone on the outside, since for the most part, I wouldn't be going outside, really, once I have everything connected. But yeah, I like the shape itself, but I just can't quite figure out how to connect it all. Or if there's just something I'm missing. I mean, there's probably something I'm missing that's obvious, but I can't quite figure it out. But let's head to the village and kind of see what we can do, or what we should do. And I also have an idea for a blaze farm. I just need to figure out how to implement it. Because I do have a double blaze spawner that I believe I could use for a farm. And I do know that blaze rods are incredibly important. But on top of that, they're just good to have for quite a few things. So I have an idea I'm going to try in the future. Might check it out this time, but we'll see. I think for right now, I just want to focus on the village. So I don't exactly remember how the villagers work. Okay, raw chicken. I know you can't pick the profession like in newer times. They just get born and they get a job. Bread. Cooked fish. Wheat. I have wheat and spades. Raw pork chop. Okay. You have chicken. Okay. So to get emeralds, I think the best way is to get a big wheat farm. Similar to what we have at the main base, however, bigger. And we'd have fancy redstone to release the water to make it look cool. I did see in one of Etho's older videos, much older, where he did what, pretty sure he did it in his man cave as well, where he just had these break on pistons. But if I'm gonna go for quantity, I think it'd be kind of cool just to have a nice, well, hopefully nice looking farm. These guys don't have beds. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, we're on peaceful. I'm safe. Unless I fall into lava, which is also a possibility. Alrighty, bed is acquired. Now, the game plan is to make this place safe. Now, currently I do switch from peaceful to hard pretty often. Well, either way, I do. But in the future, when I actually have farms with mobs parked in them and stuff like that, I'm gonna try, I'm really more than likely not gonna switch to peaceful, because I don't want to put in the time to actually re-put the mob in, like for future iron farms and stuff like that. So currently I'm enjoying doing that without really worrying about future work for future me. A saying I like to say is that that's a future me problem. It's not a present me problem. And that's not a problem I want to cause for future me. So, with this place, I know I have one wheat guy. Ooh, is it you? Wait, was there a skelly spawner down here? I think there was. Either way. So one of these guys is the wheat farmer. And with that, I think what we're going to do is make a pretty substantial farm to be sure that, well, we can very easily get quite a bit of wheat. But I also want to make it look pretty. Well, prettier, I should say. What I'm thinking of doing is if we put it over here... Oh, yeah, there's a baddie right there. If we put it over here... Nothing in here? Perfect. We could just continue it from, like, here down. And have it wash right in front of the well. Is kind of my thinking. I do... Oh, I need... So what we need to do is get a hoe. Actually, first we should probably get a furnace. Okay, so what we'll do is we will start up here. We will need to do some terraforming. Which I forgot to grab my nice shovel. Well, a new nice shovel. I used up my actual nice shovel farming up some sand. We need to... Well, we're going to need to terraform a bit, so let's grab some dirt. Let's go back here. And we will need to grab more logs. So I decided to run back and grab stacks of dirt, because it would take me far too long to actually farm all of that dirt from here. And I'm just not about that life right now. I want to try and see what we can get done in a timely-esque manner. We're going to fill in this cave area. That's right, no air pockets. To the brim. Let's say we start here and we can have it go... We have like a small bridge or something like that. Where it'll just keep going under and then you have a... I guess an overpass in a way. I don't want to terraform this entire mountain. But I do want it to come from this direction. So what we'll do... So after far too long... Okay, it really didn't take too long. It took a little while. I was able to get both sides completely dug out. Now the next step is to hook up redstone. The only problem that I've found so far is that the wheat villager... vanished? Died? I'm not really sure. Yeah. Because... I guess maybe he died? I don't totally know, but the only two villagers that are left are these two right here. And one sells raw chicken, and then one buys... Or no. One sells raw chicken for emeralds, and you can use emeralds to get cooked chicken. Which is not really helpful to me right now. However, I did put a full fence around the area. Might as well turn back on the difficulty, that way I can eat. First thing, it'd be nice if there was a peaceful setting, but you still lost hunger. I don't know. Still, I need to figure out how villagers breed in the old times. I know it has something to do with doors. I think. But either way, well, that's kind of cool. Huh. That little landmass, or air landmass, whatever, could be shaped into something. So the next step is to figure out the redstone for this, which shouldn't be too hard, but I'm going to do a mock-up over here and kind of finagle with it. I want to be sure I actually get this right before, you know, screwing up. I'd like to avoid the screwing up if I can. So I'm going to use stairs and sticky pistons. The idea here is to have the water sitting on top of the stairs, and the water's going to fall down and all the way down. So it shouldn't be too hard since I've done this before, but I like to have a rough idea of what the heck I'm doing. I will have to go through here and really spawn-proof stuff. I really don't want to lose the villagers. Since I've already lost, like, 2 of them by me just existing here, so I would like to avoid that if possible. No. Bad cow. Alright, so we're gonna put one up here. Alright. So the idea here, actually, let's go full bore, shall we? We'll do that and that. In reality, this really should not be that difficult. But I am very good at making things more difficult than they need to be. We're going to try to avoid that. So, actually we're going to have these sticky pistons back here. The water's going to be on top, so the sticky piston should be here. And then you're going to have... These need to be powered, and then you need to turn them off. So, in theory... I'm sorry, cow. Thank you. Chicken, I will collect your eggs, though, because I may need to make a spare chicken farm. We're going to have this up here. This up here. Okay, so that is over that. You do spawn in the portal. Wait, you burn in the sun? What was that fire? Now I'm confused. Bad zombie. Okay. So if we do this... we need to power those, so we would need a torch. Underneath? Yeah, they need to be underneath. So you're going to need one for each. Is that right? Yes. Now this is the only way I know how to do this. So does redstone, if I have it, say, 2 blocks back, I do remember a comment saying that I can reduce, well, that was, alright, that I could reduce the repeaters that I need in the main base if I put stuff 2 blocks back? Okay, I know what I meant. Or I know what was... I think because I put 2 repeaters, so like 1 here and then 1 here. So I should just need repeaters to go into there, because that'll pull the signal into the block directly. If I'm understanding this correctly, which I very well could not. Let's clear our inventory though. We don't need all of this. Okay, so if we just do that. Okay. Need a lever. Holy Toledo, I actually did something. It is that simple. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's all I need to do. Awesome. Fantastic. And now, though, we need to make sure that we have the proper blocks for the redstone. I think the wheat needs a certain light level, or there needs to be a block above it. What we might do is put the water up a couple blocks. So maybe like right... So it wouldn't be right here, so like maybe right up here. I have no idea if this is the case, I'm just kind of guessing. The water goes right there. I'm gonna need a lot of repeaters though. Because I want to have the lever... I want to have the lever like in that little house right there. And I'll definitely change out the fence, the border around the farm. I only put the fence up around it to prevent the chickens from falling in. Because they kept turning my farmland into regular dirt. And I did not want that. Now in the future I'll probably change where the lever is. So I kind of want to have maybe like a tower over here. Maybe like directly in the middle. Because we could also have it go all the way over to here, which down here is the collection area. Might make sense to have the lever down here rather than at the cabin area little house thing. Because, I mean, we will be just standing here waiting for it, so it makes sense to have it come down to here. Let's do that instead. Let's take a lever. Let's put it just, for now, right there. Now that we got that screenshot, let's get this lined up properly. And we can start the very, very, very long process. This is actually perfect. It's literally right here. 1748, yeah. So we'll just scoot this over and have it go right down here instead. This will be a very easy shot. We're about 40 blocks away, roughly, from the area. We're going to need a number of repeaters. And of course we have to do this to the other side as well, so. But considering I don't have anything planted over there, yeah, we'll just worry about one side for now. Or I'll just do that side off camera, because I'll be doing just the same thing. Hello. There we go. Like a dream. So now we replace these blocks with stone brick. And let's also replace this with stone brick. Anything relating to redstone, stone brick. Until my favorite block gets thrown into the game, it's going to be stone brick. But once smooth stone comes out, and I can use that, I'm going to be replacing this stone brick with that. So it's going to be quite a bit of switching up things when the village and pillage update comes around. But for right now, in the event that I start doing a bunch of digging in the area, I want to be able to see, oh, okay, there's redstone here. Now the smart thing to do, to ensure that I don't accidentally set this off at the moment, is to break that line. Then we will turn on the line from the other end. That way I can see exactly where I'm going to need a repeater. That seems just like a smarter option. If I actually get this lucky, this is going to be kinda just stupid luck. I was going to say crazy, but it's really not that crazy. It's just very interesting. To me, at least. Wow. Just enough. Let's take it back here, go there. Okay. Now we just need to add the repeaters. Alright, so that'll hit all of them. Now I guess let's do a test. But yeah, we'll just... Oh, let's see. Oh yeah. I'm smart. That's because I didn't put it in the water. Sometimes my brain just doesn't work. Right, hopefully I didn't break anything. Hopefully. As. Although now the annoying thing is that I set all this up because I had a wheat villager, and now I don't have the wheat villager, so. Mildly annoying. Just mildly. Yes, it works. Let's see if it will get all the way down here. Oh yeah, this stuff is going to take forever to get down here. I forgot about that. Oh well. I can make it a pretty cool looking build, I think. It'll be interesting. There's the stuff. I forgot that basically until the water update, yeah, things that are in the water, yeah, they don't move with haste. And also, since now everything sinks, it's a lot harder for the water to push it. When the water update kicks in and everything floats, well, when items float, it makes it a lot better for the farms. Now after this, I'm going to look up exactly how villager breeding Well, not exactly, but hopefully just how to make villagers breed in the early versions. I know it has something to do with doors, but I don't know what. Do I just need to place doors underground or something like that? Fantastic, okay. Very simple build. I love it. Well, at the very least, if I get a villager with that trade for the wheat, I am prepared. That is important. And now we get the fun of replanting everything. Alright, but while I do this, I will bring you back when I've done a little bit of looking into how the heck villagers work in these early times. And then we'll see what we can do about getting some villagers bred up here and hopefully have a thriving village. Hopefully. And maybe get our wheat guy back, because I would like to have that. We have hearts. Do we have baby? Do we have the baby? We have no baby. That's rude. After a quick Google search, I did find a video on 1.4 villager mechanics by CS Perspective, and it was from 12 years ago. So I need to surround this entire thing by doors, and then on top of that, you can put another, basically a line of doors on the outside of that. So this is all very, very confusing, because I'm still very used to the new breeding way, and not this way. So this is different. And I forgot doors don't, you only get one door per. So now that I actually know the mechanics of this, I will actually look at trying to put it in a better place and actually have some sort of system for them. Right now I just wanted to get them, you know, out of that house and actually start the breeding. So I would love to have another wheat villager. Please. I'm not desperate, you're desperate. I built this entire wheat farm just based on the fact that there was a wheat villager. All I want is for that wheat villager to come back to me. That's all I want. As OP as villager trading is in the current version, I am going to enjoy it so much more after going through all of this. It's going to be interesting setting up an iron farm and setting up everything. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to have happen. Kind of forgot that they could just leave out the door. Nope. Well, this backfired beautifully. Well, the nice thing is that this is the only thing that's considered a house. So, at night they will eventually go back in. Baby! Baby villager! Yes! Oh, sweet Mother Teresa. Thank you. I was honestly kind of expecting that to be harder, but it will be hard to actually make it more of a compact design, I think. I think that is going to do it for today. So I know in the future I'm going to need a lot of doors. And it's going to be interesting. But hopefully you did enjoy. I know it's not the most riveting stuff that went down, but we got a giant wheat farm made. We have a breeder. And we can actually do an actual iron farm, which I'm very curious to look into and see how that all works. Supposedly this should breed 16 villagers or 32 villagers, which is enough to spawn one golem. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this all goes, but that's going to do it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Do take care of yourself. Thank you for watching.